But welcome to the Tomes of Time. I'm the Timekeeper, and here are my lovely victims. I mean players. Players who I don't cut in half. Or their characters, that is. Normally. Well, who'll now introduce themselves. Introduce yourselves with your names and then your characters, and at break, y'all can talk about how to find you on other social media platforms, starting with...
I'm Null, and I play Niela Vokane, the barbarian of this group. Yeah.
I am Gerrit Arten, played by the one and only Christian Assassin.
I am Kyle St. Andrews, and I play Captain Sean the Butcher Edinburgh.
Hello, my name is the Black Doctor, and I play the illustrious and holy Donatello.
Hello, I am E-Disciple, and I play Rafa Marcus, who is a somewhat confused monk.
Yes. And we are playing the Tomes of Time. Null, can you switch the things so that your tokens are all squished? I don't quite remember how that setting is done, but...
I don't know how to do that.
Go to the cog.
Yeah, it's the cog.
And I believe it is...
Personalization and display.
Video display, player avatar size, names only.
Yeah.
What?
So, audio video display, player/video avatar size, switch to names only. Voila. Thank you.
Nice.
Now, who can tell me and the audience where we last left our heroes?
Well, last I remember, I was not playing myself. I was playing this very atheistic, or more like agnostic skeleton, who was captured by the goblins. We escaped from the dungeons and proceeded to murk a crap ton of goblins. We killed a bunch of goblins, including this really big one with a big old knife. We ended up losing our dragon, unfortunately. But yeah, that was the last bit in which we left off.
Yes, the pseudo dragon. Who remembers the first half of that session?
Yes, the first half was basically our group continuing to look for Donatello and the rest of the gang that was captured by the goblins, and we're going through the basically the goblins' lair, taking out as many goblins as we can. We heard the noise of possibly a sacrifice going on, but we haven't actually gotten there yet. Unfortunately, we ran across a small group of goblins and their I believe it's their family, and we accidentally took out all but one. And so yeah, it was unfortunate as we tried to find our friends.
Yes. Many casualties on both sides, at least in magnitude, have come to pass as both sides of our disparate party have come now unto, near the finalmost chamber, for the latter half of the party who got captured. For the skeleton, as the party was traveling down the hall over a nether theological argument spat, your newfound friend, Rowan Adelaide, finally turned and cast Turn Undead on the skeleton as he exploded into disparate bits.
Wow. So you didn't like your views being challenged, so you just go ahead and blow the guy up who is challenging you.
I'm glad that can't happen on TikTok. That'd be rough.
How completely wow. Way to make your religion sound legit, man.
Hey, it's perfect Christendom.
He's a skeleton who clearly sees the power of two clerics of God. There comes a point when the bears have to come out after Elijah gets challenged.
Right.
As for the first half of the party, to the ghost of Hey Mitchell, he began to feel a soul to which he was tied be cut from the mortal coil, as he did not quite get to reunite with his warlock lifelong familiar of Ramfang, and he too was finally able to give up on his tie to this mortal coil and disappear from the group.
Dang.
And let me double check something really quick. How would y'all say your characters are doing health-wise?
I have no idea. I was gonna actually ask where I am and what's going on.
Yeah, mine's at 20.
You just made a strength check.
I was making sure that the app worked.
Right.
Mine's at 23.
Let me see.
Oh, I need to go back to not over my limit.
I mean, mine's doing okay. It's at Donnie's at 38.
Rafa, as your consciousness is slowly coming back to you after being knocked out, you see a vision of you can't really make out the language that's being spoken, but you see these blurry images of a man in the midst of a crowd, in front of an altar talking with another man. And you get the feeling that they're having a discourse over who truly has power in the land. As you come to consciousness and slowly make your way following the burn marks, quote unquote, left behind by your party as they fought their way through. I need to put your token on the board. And what board, you may be wondering? Well, now I can actually move the player token down. Both sides make it to a central chamber, in which you come to see a central altar, as pictured here. The lavishly, garishly dressed goblin stands in front of the pyre on which Carmichael is laying unconscious.
Carmichael, no!
The baby!
Yeah.
I want to see the baby.
What you know to be a Nilbog is chanting in Goblin.
Can I do a check
Do they notice us?
perception or? Sorry, go ahead.
Do they notice us?
The one standing guard, yes.
That's the one in the bowler hat?
Yeah. So the two above the altar are facing the hallway where the captain, Donnie, and Rowan have come from. The two facing you are seeing you.
Dang it.
But Rafa, what kind of thing did you want to try to perceive? Or
I just wanted to kind of scan the room and investigate. Would you rather it be investigation or perception?
that would be. Well, you said you wanted to investigate, so roll an investigation check.
Roger that.
Ooh.
I'm still groggy, right?
Your head hurts.
Fair enough.
If your characters ever had a good night of a hearty night of drinking and have suffered the next day, this feels pretty comparable.
I'm gonna activate my armor.
All right. As the sound of the air around you crystallizing to ice ruptures the atmosphere, the Nilbog's chanting stops, and he looks as the glow in his eyes dim, and we will all roll initiative.
Let's go.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba,
These rolls.
ba-da-ba-ba.
Oh yeah, duh. I'm an idiot. Why do I keep doing that?
You got a
I'll
good
need the
one.
Goblin stat block, and I'll need the Nilbog stat
There
block.
we go.
Let's see. What's my plan of attack here?
How come the heavy turtle is the one who always gets to go first?
I mean, hey, he's
Hey, this is
I thought
this is
monks were supposed to be
adrenaline.
fast.
When the
Yeah.
baby is in danger,
There-
the parents rise.
There are those
Yeah.
who do their calisthenics, and there are those who do not,
Baby.
and those who do profit.
Yeah.
I'm a prophet.
In the distance,
I
you're.
prophesy, I see.
A true theologian never skips leg day.
Nice.
John Chrysostom, more like John Jackdom.
For he always walketh with the Lord.
Walk softly and be jacked. Some
And
president,
carrieth
probably.
by a big stick.
Some president, probably.
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
All right.
What are my spells?
A goblin was actually faster than our turtle. Actually, it's the one who would be seeing the turtle. He quickly pulls back and loosens an arrow at you. Where's that? Okay, I made this box too small for myself.
Yeah.
Short bow. Strong bow. That doesn't hit you. But he does have multi-attack, so he fires again.
And he still doesn't hit.
You are the party tank.
I am the party tank.
My name.
Well, I should hope so. You can literally be used as a living battering ram.
Okay.
If anybody has the strength to pick me up and toss me.
Okay,
Oh, I'm
sorry,
pretty
I
sure
was
now
trying
it
to
does.
turn on my cooler, but it is too loud to have on.
Noah, activate the fastball special.
So the goblin is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to move all the way to this corner to kind of get a little distance, little vantage point. As Donatello, now that 2 arrows have just ricocheted off your shield and off your torso armor, it is now your go.
Well, we've been through this song and dance before. He already hit me twice, and now he's trying to run away.
So now
he's
you're gonna summon your spiritual weapon.
Yes, exactly. Nobody attacks my baby and then attacks me and then gets away with it. Spiritual weapon. It's
Dude,
always
you were
the
so
spiritual
predictable
weapon.
at this point.
Yes.
Well-
We've been through this song and dance before.
It's it's kind of one of the primary tools in his workhouse. It's like a share in his entangle. It's got to happen
Yeah.
at some point.
It's automatically gonna happen.
Um,
Especially because I don't have many active
Where are you putting him?
here.
Okay.
And
It materializes. A golden
and
gleaming
I'm
claymore.
and I'm bombing him on the head with it.
All right.
Does a 10 hit?
It. Where's the actual? It does not.
Ah! Okay, then.
You do split his top hat though.
Yes.
Oh, no. He just looks up at
Forgive
his top and
your
is like,
strategy
"Oh my
there.
gosh, they're going to town."
Goblin hat in the bowler hat. Wait, the goblin hat? What?
Wait. That's my
Oh,
bonus action. I
sorry.
still have
Yeah,
one more
sorry.
action.
Finish your turn.
No,
Sorry.
you're cool. You're cool. Let's see. How far does this go?
As far as you want it to.
That's true.
No. What is it?
I'm gonna attack. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on this individual right here who stopped casting the spell.
Oh, the Nilbog. Yes. Okay.
DC 15.
So he has to make a DC 15 Dex save. Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Despite having a +6, yeah, your Sacred Flame just hits right into the back of his head, and you see the divine energy burn through his head and shoulders. And he pulls out another bottle of shampoo. No.
Be here all night,
But,
folks.
the flesh and the cloth seem charred as he now reels around to sneer at you. Oops. I'm too ahead of myself. Is that the end of your turn?
Unfortunately, it is.
Oops. I messed something up with the... Okay, now it is the Goblin in the Bowler Hat's turn. He is going to loose his arrow at Lance. 15. Does a 15 hit Lance? I should probably have Lance's sheet up.
Let me
So I
check.
can look at that.
Do I have him? Yeah.
Come on, let me scroll.
Oh, it hits. His AC is 13.
Oh, right, you still have his thing for that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, can you mark down that he's taken 5 damage for me, please?
Yep.
I was like, how am I supposed to scroll this list on tablet?
Carefully.
Apparently.
With difficulty.
Right.
Magic missile.
That's not going to hit. As it's going to become Artan's turn.
I am going to take my short bow. I'm going to attack. No, I'm going to attack the goblin wizard thing. Who's
We're
worried
shooting
about-
at the Nilbog.
Yes, that.
Okay, roll for it.
Does a 16 hit?
As soon as I see enough of this character sheet, yes, it does. Roll damage.
10 piercing.
All right, that's a solid. I like whole numbers. I like 5s and 10s. They're easy to subtract. Your arrow sinks into, like, he's looked at you, he's looked away from you. Your arrow sinks right into his shoulder.
So wait, like shoulder blade or like right at like the actual shoulder?
Meat of the shoulder.
Okay.
Is that all you do?
Oh, that's right. I do have multi-attack. I'm gonna shoot him again.
All right.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll damage. All
12
right.
piercing.
Nice.
Dang, I'm on a roll today.
Aha.
That's
I hate you.
All right. Another arrow sinks right into the same meat of his shoulder.
Dang, this goblin's got high health.
He goes, well, yeah, he's a boss. It's a boss battle. In general, these are more resilient goblins you've been finding, in certain ways.
Didn't the other ones that we were fighting earlier were like just level 1?
They were more tactful, okay? They had multi-attack. It is now the thrice scorned Nilbog's turn. As he's actually taken the most damage from you, Assassin. And he is going.
Wait, is that going to bite me in the tail right now?
Well, it depends. Spells have
Extra.
saving throws normally. Oh no, speak with dead would not be very helpful here.
Hey, kill the assassin first, and then you could use it.
Right.
Mhm.
Man, I wish these spell descriptions had a shorter blurb. That's like the kind of effect, and then see more.
Dead space, dead space, dead space, dead space, dead space, dead space.
He is going to cast on you. This.
Ooh.
Old person.
Oh, boy.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Artan.
Yep.
That does not pass his spell save DC. So until the next turn, when you can try again, you are effectively paralyzed. You are held in place.
Great. So I am now useless.
Human shield.
You can make the end of the next turn. He is also. Oh, I forgot I gave him legendary actions. I'm actually trying to be smart with this boss.
Uh-oh.
That's all he's going to do. Yes. Okay. Niela.
Cool. I am going to run at this one and use my charger feat to punch him.
Run at which one?
This one.
Okay, you can move your token there, and is that just how does the charger work? Is that just an attack?
So use my action to dash. Hold on.
Charger when you use your
plus 5 bonus
when you use it to dash.
damage roll.
So you'd have to be making a dash action, which would take your action for that turn.
Yeah. Well, I can do it to use a bonus action to make a melee weapon attack.
Oh, okay. No, I see what. Okay, I see what that is. Okay, sure. Do you have an inspiration point?
No.
I give her mine.
Okay, that's fair. Roll that again.
Hold on. How does a 14 not hit a goblin?
Because their AC is 15.
Oof.
Barely.
And the 23 hits magnificent.
You hit as though the goblin suddenly became the broadside of a barn.
Can I also use my extra attack, or does that not go with a bonus action?
To make one melee attack or shove a creature.
Okay.
I'll allow you to make the extra attack.
See?
Okay. Roll.
So
that's where all my
roll
good
to
rolls are.
obliterate.
About the broadside of a barn.
Roll to okay.
Roll to obliterate.
Okay, you didn't even need that second one. You just roll up on this like an anime music video. You're just rushing in. There's like that down angle at the floor as you're running and bringing up the hammer, and it just uppercuts straight through the goblin as the legs splay out as the torso is just gone.
Shoryuken!
Mush.
I'm curious.
You
Wait, what did you
overkilled
do
that
about
thing
the
in your
second
first
attack?
hit by almost twice its health.
How do you have an AC of 50? Okay.
Yeah, they're a real glass cannon.
Jeez, Nella, you just Detroit smashed this dude.
It's all for my
Did-
son.
Detroit become gulag.
Oh,
Oh,
speaking of
for brave.
okay, guess who got me into that actually?
Hmm.
Nice.
One.
And you're welcome for that inspiration point.
Thank you.
1 second as I put in the proper spell slots per level this Nilbog should have. I forgot to do that.
Wow,
That's
Steven.
my bad. So that's
You're doing so good right now, man.
Huh?
Just being sarcastic is all.
I didn't even hear it though. It's my thing. 3.
Now it's in your head.
Yes, it is. I hate you for this.
Great music.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we know what he does. And at the end of Nella's turn, the Nilbog will use one of its legendary actions.
Oh.
Is it healing itself?
Huh?
Is it going to heal itself?
Did I give him healing spells?
You better stop!
He did, but he
Don't
doesn't.
give him ideas.
He seems more angry than he does hurt at this point. It's kind of like stabbing a bull.
So if you stab a
Hulk
bull hard
smash.
enough, he will die. So
He is. What's this?
a button.
Use.
Na,
Bonus-
na, na, na,
Each of your
na.
turn. No. Nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Oh gosh, that took me back to my VBS days.
Wouldn't this have been a much better VBS activity?
Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt.
You know what song brings me back to my VBS days?
Hmm.
It's a big, big house with lots and lots of rooms.
Yes. Nila, you will have to make, I believe that's a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
Oof.
As the Nilbog says something in Goblin, and tries to cast Charm Person on you.
Oh no. Please don't work.
Oh, I am immune to your charms!
My son is in danger. Not
Yes,
today.
yeah. You have no time for being charmed. There's children on the line.
It's like you're
Actually,
harming her, but
his
you're
birthday.
so cute.
Actually, you remember today's his birthday. He's an adult in axolotl folk years.
Oh my
I am
goodness,
supposed
he's
to
about
be
to be
here
sacrificed on his birthday. What a present, my dude.
Sacrifice. Oh, I should roll in your NPC comrades.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Because I figured Saren would want to fight.
Yeah.
It would be good to kill this goblin with an entire army.
Yes, Doc, can you help me by rolling in Lance? I will take care of the others.
Yep.
I am very sorry. I know the captain is well waiting for his turn. My apologies.
Me too.
I know I know from an Aesir or two ago how annoying it can be when combat takes forever to get to you.
Oh, you rolled a
Saren
6.
just got a 21.
21.
Yeah, the people who are closest to Carmichael seem to be doing the best on their initiative rolls. And then Adelaide,
The axolotl gives luck.
Axolotl. If I can, boom, and then okay. Oops, I
You have
should
to
have
wait even
not done it
longer.
like that. I need to hit descending, skip back down to Nella had just finished. Captain, it is now your turn.
I will pull out the musket and shoot this guy right here.
Which old lady cap?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right, roll for it. What's that gif from?
Hmm.
Oh. That misses, I'm sorry.
Fire at Will. Will says, "Why, bro?"
As your rifle,
Mhm.
we'll say it's smooth bore, so it's not completely useless, but sometimes bullets don't quite fly the right way.
True story.
Mhm.
Is that all you're gonna do on your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Which
fire
of the
it,
6
and I
goes
missed.
first?
Lance is going to go, piloted by the DM. What are his capabilities? Oh, is he out of spells? He can't be out of spells. He used a few, so I'll say he has a few for this fight.
Mhm.
Nella, do you look hurt? No.
She just ran through a goblin. What do you mean?
Ran through.
Despite being probably covered in blood.
Ask
It's
the
not
goblin.
hers.
Actually, you did take some damage, Rafa, so he is going to notice you, turn around and go, may Palo restore you. And he is going to cast a first level Cure Wounds. And
Oh,
does
was
it
I
straight-
not at full health?
I believe I did subtract health from you.
No, I was still at max, but
Well, okay, he healed you to max somehow.
okay.
I distinctly thought I remembered taking
It would
health
make
from you.
sense if I wasn't at max. I mean that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
distinctly remember hurting you.
Yeah, I was
Um,
still up from the 2 or 3 weeks ago where I had the plus from my armor.
Huh, okay. Well, a rock fell
Oh,
on
speaking
you.
of which,
The headache
now the
subsides.
plus from my armor.
Lance is also um
5 hit points. No.
no, that's all Lance is gonna do. It is going to be this goblin. Never mind, Nella obliterated that goblin.
That goblin
turn.
doesn't exist on this mortal plane.
The goblin that almost got by a gat is going to fire 2 arrows back, return to sender style.
Did I
Um,
get my? Did I not get my turn? I rolled a 6.
Where's your turn?
Shouldn't I have been? It should have been before the 4, right?
Blake.
Oh,
you
I-
didn't,
Probably gonna
you
need to
didn't,
click his
yours
click
didn't
his
enter
icon and
because
then
you
do it
probably
again.
didn't. You probably didn't click on your token beforehand.
No,
That's
I
what's
just
up.
rolled initiative from the app.
Okay. Click on you. You got to click on your token first. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why does Yogurt Night have to be so difficult?
I don't know if I can do that.
So yeah, make sure you select your token and then go over and hit initiative again.
Yeah, nothing's happening when I'm touching any of the tokens here.
So you select your token and then you from your character sheet click the initiative.
Mhm.
It's really dumb. The app should just be programmed to assume that your character sheet is tied to your token avatar. I don't know why it's like that.
Because people are stupid.
Where
Um,
core initiative? Maybe there. Nothing happens when I touch it. I don't know.
Okay. I'll roll it for you really
So
quick, just because we are at next to the turn of this, so it's not really fair to just keep you from going.
Of course.
I don't know why it doesn't work. It's weird. It worked last time we played. That was weird.
Um,
Wah, wah.
all right, boom. There's your initiative. We're going to click back down through the dissension. Where's... Huh? Wait a second. What?
You passed him.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the name. All right, we'll let Rafa go specially now.
So it's still not letting me move my token, but let's see if it'll
Click
do
on the
anything
space you want to go to until it puts out the little subnar ping. If you press and hold on a space, it should give a little like sonar ping.
Nothing. It might be because it's a tablet.
I don't know.
So I just want to move to the space just below the bowler hat guy, which I think's the boss, right?
5. No, it's the guy at the altar. 5, 10.
Oh, okay.
15,
Then
20. You want to go past the bowler hat?
no, just right in front of him, like south of him.
Directly south or diagonally?
Directly's fine.
Directly. Cool. There you go. That's well
And I'm
within
gonna
your
do-
movement.
2 unarmed strike.
Oh, that did not hit. I'm sorry.
All right. And number 2.
You can also if
There we
you
go.
have key, you can spend a key point to flurry of blows. Oh, that hits, by the way.
Oh,
Awesome.
So yeah, you do 2 damage to him. His bowler hat flies off. The hats, almost all of the hats are mostly too big for the goblins.
Really good at removing hats.
we love our fancy hats.
Is that all you're gonna do? Are you gonna flurry of
I don't
blows?
know
or-
that. Oh, can I? Well, can I?
Yeah, if you have key points, you remove a key point, and you. That's the most basic thing. Is flurry of blows.
Well, then yeah.
All right.
I'll do that. So I just do the same roll.
Yes. It gives you 2 more unarmed strikes.
How'd we do on that one?
That does not hit.
Okay.
You have 1 more.
One more. Oh. Well, I did what I could.
I'm sorry. Record on. There should be a box just above your feet that displays how many key points you have. Mark that down by 1.
Off by 1.
So now this goblin. Oh, that's the goblin still longer with us, Lance. The goblin that was shot at will make that short bow attack that missed, I believe. So he has 1 more short bow attack. The monk's so fast he went in between the goblin's shots. Okay, Captain, that hits. I'm pretty sure. Captain, you take 7 damage. As an arrow sinks into you. Saren will go. What are her spells? She... Oh man, why did I forget to do this? She's a wizard.
Cast Fireball.
She doesn't have that prepared. She does not know that spell. She, however, is going to cast Magic Missile
Yay!
on the cultist guy. As he takes... I thought Magic Missile gave you 3 darts. Or do you have to click it 3 times for the darts?
I think
Uh,
all three do the same amount of damage.
Huh?
And I think all three do the same amount of damage, and you just times whatever the force damage is by 3. You can look at the spell description. I don't know.
A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 its damage. They all strike simultaneously.
Oops.
So it is 3. It does. I do just have to roll it 3 times. So, Nella, you see 3 glowing blue darts stream past you, striking straight into the Nilbog, straight at the heart. As you hear Saren yell out some arcane words you do not recognize.
Most of them just not very suitable for YouTube.
Oh, that too. They're all in this world's version of archaic German.
Rausbedoink.
And
Strudel.
that's all she wrote.
Lederhosen.
Lederhosen.
Ouch, and that hurts.
Die Matte ist Lederhosen. I don't know. The goblin in the top hat will try to get away from the spiritual weapon, which I think evokes an attack of opportunity.
Yes,
Roll for that, please.
I will do.
Aha, that was a ruse, so I can look up what spell slots Saren has.
You fool! It was all a ruse.
They were all of them deceived.
They were all of them deceived.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Man, everybody else gets all the points this time.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'll just guess it.
Only on the weekends.
At level, what level is she? 6 damage. You cleave this, you straight down the back of this guy, and he seems like he's hanging on by less than a thread. The thread of a split hair. And
It's my
at
turn.
At level 6, Saren has 3. Sorry, real quick, I just got to enter her spell slots.
You're fine.
And this is now down to 3 because she cast a spell out of it. Okay, there we go. Wait till I get to Adelaide, Rowan, and find out that he also has spell slots that I did not mark already. He's been hurt, but he is going to make an intelligence check because he's never dealt with this magic before. He's going to try to shoot the spiritual weapon. He hits the spiritual weapon and finds out that there's no substance there to hit as the arrow breaks against the wall behind the spiritual weapon.
Wah, wah.
He's going to try again. He succeeds, but finds out that that's still just not going to happen.
Steven?
The definition of insanity?
Steven? Isn't that goblin dead?
No.
No. The one
He's
beside
on the
spiritual
edge of gory.
Oy vey.
Donatello, after seeing this appalling sight of unintelligence occur, it is now your turn.
I don't know whether to laugh or to cry or to spare him out of pity. But because of the baby, I'm going to hit him with a spiritual weapon again.
All right. The spiritual weapon approaches as it swings, and how do you want to finish this gobbo?
I wanted to spin, like corkscrew-wise,
Okay.
and run straight through him.
Okay.
Nice.
The goblin falls. The goblin that Rafa knocked the hat off of will pull out his scimitar in a right out of the sheath uppercut. Does a 14 hit your AC?
Who, mine?
Rafa.
Blake.
Should be right above
I think he's checking.
Good.
health.
Yeah, I see it, and it doesn't do anything when I touch it.
What's the number?
11.
Okay, that hits.
The
So
Okay. Sorry, I thought it
you
was
take
rolling.
6 damage. That's fine. You take 6 damage as a scimitar unfortunately dashes into your leggings.
So then he is taking damage as well from my armor.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
As he cuts through the exterior layer of this icy armor of Agathis, it shatters. What's the? Can you click to roll the damage for the armor?
It's
Is it
just
a quick
5.
roll?
It's a flat 5.
Oh, I
It's
forgot
just
that I
5
had
cold
an
damage.
I forgot that I had an action on my turn too.
Oh.
I'm done.
I'm gonna resolve the armor of Agathis explosion real quick, and then I'll let
Yes.
you resolve
Yes.
your action. Like a machine gun, the Agathis just explodes directly into the goblin, and he looks beleaguered, but still standing, barely.
How much
Don-
damage did you say it took?
You took 6 damage. Donatello, you hear this icy shattering and this sound of flesh being ripped to ribbons as you remember, oh, right, I don't just control my sword.
Right, exactly. Let's see. Is anybody, first and foremost, is anybody hurt? Like really, really bad?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
at 23 health.
Uh,
But you're all the way across the room, though.
you can get closer to him. Rowan also, you could tell, has been severely diminished in vitality.
But only 1 hit point for me.
Yeah, there is
'Cause
an
my
arrow
armor took the
sticking.
bulk of that.
There is an arrow sticking out of the captain.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is also an arrow sticking
He's
out of the
taking the
captain.
most, probably.
So the captain's taking the most damage?
No, but he is actually a player character, whereas
Right.
Rowan is not.
That is true. So I'm going to go over to the captain, touch him, and cast Cure Wounds to heal him.
All right.
Yeah, I'll cast it a level 3. So he heals 4 plus 6. That's 10. And plus with my Disciple of Life, he restores 15 health total.
Dang. Pretty
Okay.
good.
All I needed was 7.
You feel extra
No, you
good
could
now.
have told me. I'm kidding.
Hastassin, it is your turn.
Gave him a sensu bean.
Zetsumi!
Artet?
Yep, I just did a wisdom save.
Oh, right. That saves. You
Nice.
have agency on this turn.
Okie dokie. So with that, I am going to once again take my short bow, and I'm gonna shoot the goblin with the bowler hat this time.
All right. Straight
that's a
through, roll
crit.
damage.
That's a crit.
Right.
That's double damage.
How do you want to eviscerate the goblin that only had 2 health left anyway?
So I did 10 times the damage. Oh, that's awesome.
You did 5 times.
Yeah.
No,
But it's
10
counting.
because a crit doubles damage.
Anyways.
Oh,
He did.
Well, the arrow's just
How's
going to
he
go
dead?
straight through his throat.
All right. You see a little bone fragmenting out the back of his neck as the arrow just salvos through. As he
Hey, can I
falls.
have it
limp.
actually hit the other guy?
Give me a flat. Give me a charisma roll. Just a straight charisma check. It bounces off the altar, and you notice for maybe the first time that Carmichael's on that altar. What?
Jerk. In any event, with my other attack, I will also be shooting the Nilbog, I think.
Okay. That hits. Roll damage. A third arrow sinks into the Nilbog. This time you did get a torso hit. As it kind of hits back against the altar. It's going to be...
Man, this goblin is going to hate me.
Some would classify it as a different creature from a goblin, though a goblinoid. Rafa, it is your turn as the goblin before you falls lifeless.
So I'm going to move
Nilbog? Why does
just
the
south
Nilbog
of him.
take that? Because the Nilbog's after me.
Sorry, what were you doing, Rafa?
I'm going to move just south of him. I just want to grab him and throw him toward Nella.
Of the Nilbog?
Yes.
Okay.
welcome. In
That's
advance.
going to be a grapple check, which is a opposed athletics. So you'll roll athletics. He rolls a dex save, I believe.
So athletics.
Ooh. Ooh.
Finally, a good roll.
Nice.
Do you have an inspiration point?
I do.
It would be really cool if you did it. This is the
I'm
point.
gonna I'm gonna be cool and use it. Yes, I would.
All
like
right,
to
roll
do
again. You have advantage. Roll again.
that. Athletics.
This would be really cool.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Wait, can I cast Bless on that? Give it a D4?
Because I want this to work, you can cast Bless on him.
I cast Bless.
You don't. Okay, roll. Roll. I'll roll it for you, Rafa. It's gonna be a /R1d4.
It has to be a
Yes.
So that's gonna be a 21 overall. You pick up the goblin. Roll a strength check for determining how far you get to throw him.
Yes.
All right, you throw him straight at Nella's feet as he just lands face first on the ground.
Excellent.
Wait, please
Is
tell
that-
me he can take damage from that.
Maybe a little.
A little.
Let's say roll a D3.
I given him damage. I should move his token too. That's helpful. But at the end of your turn, the goblin in his fury, the Nilbog in his fury, is going to use another legendary action.
Ruh-roh.
His last
Is
one
that all I can do in that turn?
Unless you have a bonus action and movement. You have whatever's
No, I
left of
think
your
it's-
movement speed, and you have a bonus action.
Is it enough to cast Eldritch?
Is Eldritch Blast a bonus action?
I don't know where I would look to tell you that.
In your spells catalog, I do not believe it is a bonus action. I'm afraid.
It doesn't say it, but it doesn't not say it.
I think it does.
Oh no, it says so. Evocation 1 action.
Yeah.
So it's a no. Okay,
That's You
Fair
used your action to chuck the boss.
that's fine. Well, and really, it's 2 points. It also gets him away from our little buddy in the middle there.
That is extremely true. Roll a perception
was
check
doing.
as you're now unhindered in peering upon the poor boy.
Perception. Okay, just raw perception.
Yeah.
If it didn't happen, I was
Um,
going to have to use the righteous hand of God.
I see a golden hand actually appear in my bedroom and slap me.
What was that thing?
And it just goes.
Carmichael, you haven't observed him sleeping much. He seems peaceful. He's not hurt.
Oh, by the way, sorry,
Yes?
Steven, I am now in Wombo Combo in that I have successfully landed 3 or more attacks in a row. So from here on out, all my attacks, if they hit, gain +6 in damage as they add my, or no, actually +7 as they equal my proficiency.
Double check that. I think that has very specific conditions of how quickly it has to be after that. But we'll get to that when it gets back to your turn. So keep that in mind.
Burn that bridge when we come to it.
Anyways, at the end of Rafa's turn, the Nilbog is taking a legendary action to what's he gonna do? He's just okay. Sorry, Nella. He is casting Thunderwave.
Oh no! Not the spicy wave.
Constitution save?
He just goes as a wave of thunderous energy rockets out, or not.
Yeah.
He suddenly summons a lightsaber and absorbs it all.
Because he's flat on the ground, the part of the corpse that you've created manages to block the thunder wave that would swipe
Nice.
your hooven ankles.
Do I take
let's
half
see.
damage though, or
15-foot cube. Oh, is it half damage?
I think if I save it, it's still half damage. I also don't get pushed back. I think.
On a successful save, you take half damage. Yes.
All right.
So the viscera that defended you rockets into you as you take 4 damage, 3 damage, 4, 3.
Mm,
Round down, I believe. So 3 damage.
cool.
In favor of the defender.
Within 15 feet, Rafa, make a Constitution save. Also, as you're within 15 feet.
Ooh.
Mm.
Where is it? Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
There.
Nella, to your horror and then peace, you see a bit of the thunder wave. You see kind of the air disturbance go straight towards the altar, hit, but then wash around, not striking high enough to harm Carmichael. Because he's within range, but I feel like you'd kill me if I hurt Carmi.
I think we all would.
I was hoping where I positioned myself would have protected.
Unfortunately,
That was the
it's a
other purpose
15-foot
of that.
radius, but you did make the save, so you also take 3 damage.
3? Okay.
Yes,
3.
as the ear on your side instantly tinnitus ringing.
That's always fun.
Whoops, I just closed the whole tab. Okay, Nella, it is now your turn.
I'm on him
Yes.
twice.
Okay, roll for it. That hits. That. Okay, I think you're using loaded dice.
This dude about to
Roll
begin.
damage.
This dude about to
This
begin.
man is not
need to
having
go
a
to
good
Vegas.
day.
You need to go to Vegas. I mean, bro.
Jeez. Good
Please tell me
Lord.
this man is
The
dead.
site has deemed the child worthy.
What is that total?
Okay, so that's 22. That's 11. So that's 33.
33?
33.
Man. If I got hit with that, I would explode.
Y'all can't see my face because there's a live button in it. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
30.
Hey, I still would survive.
Not
I
me.
still would
No, I
survive,
would
but
have survived.
barely.
Too,
The way
You
I'd
I
never
am
even
right
get
now,
spar with her.
You
Oh,
feel
Just trying to
bones.
kill the ghost.
You you feel bones break under your
Mhm.
hammer as you just bring it right down onto the upper back. But as you bring it back, you hear the unsettling snapping of bones right back into place.
Mm.
But you can tell that had to do something for as disgusting as that sounded.
He's not dead.
he beat him
It's like
so
breaking
hard.
celery.
He broke him, and he
His heart
fixed
will
him.
go on.
No.
What is this, joke day?
Like Yoda in episode 2, you just hear the sound echoing of a bone cane going as Rowan moves into the fight, and he gets right up to this goblin and goes to do the stibby of stabbies. As I
The
pull up his
stabbiest of
character.
stabs for you, sir.
I'll do stabby stab.
Kick butt, I must.
Pardon me while I stab you.
Indy. Oh, that hits. He stabs just right through the goblin, and he's like right on the edge. But that rapier did not quite do enough. Captain, your target is skewered and ready for you to finish him off.
Fire!
No, I'm gonna take and save that bullet. I'm gonna run over, use the Grand Dragon sword, and aim
Yeah.
for his torso.
All right, roll for it.
Get him.
How do you?
Ooh.
I don't have any more inspiration points.
You know what?
Well,
He
I have one. I have one. Inspiration.
You have
point.
what? Sorry, someone was yelling in the house. What?
I have one inspiration point.
All right, you can spend that to roll with advantage. How do you want to
There
do
it
this?
is.
I chop him in half.
All right, you just cleave him right in twain.
I've been split in twice.
As Rowan brings up his bone cane to kind of push off the half that he has skewered, he just goes, so uncivilized, as he scrapes the blood off on his tabard.
I
Nice.
sawed this gob in half.
Glued him together with the power of mending. Oh no, mending isn't gonna work with that. That's more than a foot of damage.
I get the bigger half.
This goblin is actually all of the goblins except for the Nilbog have been eviscerated.
Decimated.
Most of them eviscerated. They're very gorely
One
though.
is the only.
Lance will. What would he do? What would Lance? What would Jesus do? He
Jesus
is
would not
going
even
to.
partake in the battle.
He is going to sidestep. He is going to cast a healing spell on Nella. I am going
My
to realize
chopped liver.
that is not his character sheet.
I got it. Which one do you want?
The base one, because I don't think she's that hurt.
And I'm just chopped liver sitting here with 7 less than my max health.
I mean, if you want to do a bonus action, you can do healing word. We can do
He
healing word.
can healing word. He can healing word both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, then. I guess just base healing word first at level 1.
All right.
For Nella,
you
that
see-
would be 6 plus 8.
All
so
right.
she takes 8. She takes
All right.
8 healing.
As Lance speaks a small prayer of healing, a divine radiant glow comes out from his mouth as an aura comes and lands upon Nella, and you restore that health on the assassin, and that restores his health. And a beam also comes over Carmichael. And Nella, you actually see his body rise ever so minusculely off the table before being set back down.
Oh boy.
This goblin just got bisected,
Trisected?
dead-sected. Saren is going to just dash straight to the altar and pull out a dagger and start cutting Carmichael free of his restraints. Donatello.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Alrighty then. What do I do? I mean, I
Damn, the
can't
boss.
reach him because he's already. Oh well. Spiritual weapon right here.
Okay. You see it
And-
disappear as it reappears. Oops.
And I attack him. 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
I want to kill him.
Please let this kill him.
14.
Steven.
So I'm gonna slightly retcon the magical weapon. Nella, you look down in anger at this goblin as it just looks up at you. Its eyes no longer glowing, but now cataract. As you hear a distant twinkle and a new twinkle as straight through his torso, skewering his heart out from his torso, atomizes the spiritual weapon of Donatello. As it pulls back slowly and the heart just separates from the chest, and you see whatever semblance of life fade from the goblin's eyes as its face goes slack and it
Fine.
falls limp before you. And y'all just killed a boss.
Nice.
Good.
Like a
took
boss.
long enough. I mean, good grief.
Am I able to determine what the ritual that was happening? Should I roll like a religion or something? to maybe do that?
Roll religion. Anyone else who wants to try to figure out what's going on here could roll religion.
Oy vey.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. I actually did well on that one.
I did not.
And you're the
Captain-
religious nut.
Captain,
The
you've come
bishop
across
knows. The bishop has no idea what's going on here.
Captain, you've come across your share of voodoo men on the high seas, and worshippers of elder things. This was some sort of this is the kind of setup you'd imagine to see some sort of ritualistic sacrifice by a tribal group to attempt to appease a higher power for what exactly you'd have to ask the newly heart shish kebabbed Nilbog priest. But you feel you got to Carmichael just in time.
Don't tell me. Let me guess. Nella rushes over to the altar to see if Carmichael's okay.
Yeah.
Carmichael, actually, before you can get close to the altar, Carmichael, you see his black eyes flutter open. If I scroll to a place in my notes, he awakes. He gets up, and he looks kind of holding his side, he looks at Saren, and he starts that axolotl smile, and then his eyes shift just past her to you, and as he jumps off the altar, he goes, Nella! And he runs over, and he jumps right up into your arms, and hugs you. As you look at Saren now looking back, you've seen this look before. This is the look your mother gave to your grandmother the day she fully realized that despite you had love for both your parents and your grandparents, you favored the latter in a special way. Carmichael leaps down from your arms and goes over to hug Saren's leg as she kneels down to scratch his head. And yeah, you're in the midst of this cavern with several dead goblins around you. All.
I'd like to
I would
take a
like
look
to
around.
investigate the.
We were about to do the same thing.
I'll also
All right.
investigate the bodies.
That's.
Certainly.
I was going to look at the altar.
All right. That will be for both. That'll be investigation checks.
Donatello just goes around the room, burying all the bodies.
You can manage to give each of them last rites. It's the ground is not such that you could try to earth entomb them.
Or tries to.
Part of that is
Parts of
keeping
them
the
are
captain-
here, parts of them are there, and
that too. Captain, you can you won't.
way
Cap-
over there, staining the wall.
Captain, you managed to scrounge 6 copper. Sorry, silver. 6 silver. There's a few weapons that are rusted well beyond use. But as, well, I guess that wasn't. Well, I guess you were just looting. It looks like their clothes are made from clothes from the people of the town. They have that kind of
yes, the clothes are
culture
made
of
from
clothing. Jeremiah, Donnie would notice this too. Rafa, the altar doesn't strike you as being one you're fully familiar with. You can tell this would be the kind of altar that a warlock may set up if they're effectively seen as like a high priest for their patron. But as you cannot read Goblin, you can't decipher the runic carving in the upper lip of it.
So, Stephen, unfortunately, I am going to have to get going because I am exhausted.
Alrighty.
That's fine.
So I apologize for that. Is it okay if I promo myself before I go?
Sure thing. Yes. We can take a brief intermission. You can go first, and the others can go. So, floor to you.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Christian Assassin. You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram. You find all of that in the link in my bio here on YouTube. Just look up the Christian Assassin. I run a Patreon. I run a podcast. I do a lot of cool things. So go follow me everywhere. Thank you all. All of you have a great night. I will see you around.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Adieu.
So who wants to go next?
Next topmost, Nella, you can go next.
All right. On TikTok, I'm Null and Paranoid, and I'm going to start running my D&D campaign again soonish once I figure out technology and how it works. And then I stream on Twitch under the same name, and then I post it to YouTube which is under Null More, where there are already some episodes up, so you can catch up before watching. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. So I am Blake, also known as eDisciple. I have a TikTok of the same name, a YouTube of the same name, an Instagram of the same name. Part of the Men of the Way podcast, which can be found at Men of the Way on YouTube, which I am partners with this guy below me here. I'm also part of a group, also with this guy here, called the Gospel Alliance on TikTok. And you can find me on pretty much all of the platforms under the eDisciple name.
Well, as pretty much going on what Blake just said, I am not only on the Gospel Alliance and the Men of the Way. You can find me on the at Black Doctor 21 on TikTok. You can also find me on the Black Doctor on YouTube, where I'm going to be putting up more content. We just had a really awesome hangout live stream on Friday, dealing with just regular questions, and as well as dealing with Muslims in the comment section. But you can also find me on my Patreon, patreon.com/the Black Doctor, where you can sub to one of my tiers. Where you get the most content is my $5 Episcopos tier, where you'll get all of my general content, which is audiobooks. You can also get access to exclusive live streams that I'll be doing, as well as church history lessons that I do from time to time, where you get seminary lessons, seminary worth lessons for a fraction of the price.
And before you go, Kyle, just a brief shameless promotion. This program is brought to you by, well, no one's really funding this, but you could help fund my productions, my endeavors. Currently on my Patreon, I'm doing near daily posting a photo of my lovely dog, who I have here to show. Yeah, I'm trying to make content creation the main thing I do, and I can't do that without your guys' help. With that, the reason we are truly here is for one thing only. Kyle, either before you introduce yourself or after, could you give us a gospel break, funny enough to end out the break?
First thing I'd like to do is promote my channel. Go to Kyle St. Andrews on TikTok. Also go to KyleStAndrews.com. You see my podcast, The Stream Talk, and you can find my podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, and other platforms like that. Now, it's time for the gospel break. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please gather around and let me tell you a story about a man named Adam who screwed up everything, then blamed God. What a knucklehead. Because of him, we're all born into sin, every last one of us. None are good, no, not one. None are righteous, no, not one. The wages of sin is death, which means if we stood before a just, holy, righteous God today, we would be condemned of our sinful actions. But there's good news, aka the gospel. 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ came, born of a virgin, perfect man, perfect God, lived a perfect sinless life, went to Calvary and died for our sins. He took our condemnation so we could have his righteousness. Was buried in a borrowed tomb and rose again on the third day. All you have to do is confess your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and believe in your heart God rose him from the dead. You shall be saved. Today is the day of the Lord's salvation. He stands at the door and knocks. Question is, are you going to answer? And if you've already answered, please share the gospel. This gospel break has been brought to you by Tomes of Time.
Yes. Speaking of which, I'm the DM of this show. That I hope you all find lovely. I go through the effort of editing, like editing is my full-time job to make this production happen. Even though I'm not paid for anything right now. You can find me, here on YouTube, Lone Jedi 100. You can find me on TikTok at .StephenTheStole. You can find me various places, although I'm mostly only active those two places. My Patreon will be down in the description once I finally remember to actually stick it down there. And yeah, thank you for watching the Tomes of Time. We are about to get back to it as Artan looks around. You all notice, well, those who notice Artan is just stroking his beard. Finally goes, I must. Yes. And he goes to leave. As if he's on a mission.
Where is he going? Which direction is he going?
He just goes to leave the cave
Oh,
without really much of a word.
Okay, bye.
I tried to stop him,
Uh,
or at least call out to him. I see. Wait.
roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Persuasion. I can try that. Oh.
You hear his boots clacking down the hallway.
I've never been really good at persuasion. And so I give up on that and just go to rejoin everyone here.
All right. Rowan speaks up as he rests, leans against the altar. It's a shame, the result of my investigation. Countless people have perished from Trent. Countless people have been sacrificed and fed to this awful cult.
Indeed. Donatello looks down. But their sacrifices were not in vain. We found them. And we got justice for them. And the great Palo willing, the small town of Trent will finally see peace.
Perhaps. There are many families whose bloodlines have ended with this cult's vilism. I must get back and report to my superior. Will you accompany me? Or is there more here for you in this cave?
We shall see, my friend. Just give us a moment. As he turns to Carmichael and kneels before him a little bit, leaning upon his staff. Little one, are you all right?
I had a really, really bad dream. But other than that, I feel good.
Well, that is very good to hear. You have, I believe, given us all a bit of a scare.
There's a lot of dead goblins around here. What? How long was I? Wait a second. I was falling asleep in a barrel in Saren's room, and now I... what happened?
He looks at Nella,
What happened?
hoping that she might be able to explain this a little bit more gently to him.
Rel? They took you here.
Oh.
And we came and saved you.
Yay! Oh, no, you guys are the best friends I've ever had. Man, I didn't know something like this was a thing. One minute you're sleeping in a barrel, and the next you're awake on an altar. Can we go home?
Yes.
Yay!
Is there anything else of note to notice around here before we leave? Anything that could possibly help the town?
You don't know Goblin, do you?
Let me check in my small list of languages.
In the off chance you do.
The off chance that I suddenly know Goblin, I do not. I only know Aqua and Celestial in common. I know the ways of the angels, but not Goblin.
Okay, yeah, Kyle's sorry for the slight delay. Kyle has to go for important reasons. Take
Okay.
care. Actual children need health attention.
The babies.
Completely understandable. All right.
But there's
Infernal, and Sylvan.
nothing particularly of note because none of us can read Goblin, right?
Correct.
Is there anyone in the town who can?
Elvish, Infernal, and Sylvan.
Not that you'd know of. Carmichael, you would know has comprehend languages.
Right. He I guess. I guess I'll have to roll an investigation to see if I see anything important.
Or insight if insight is bigger.
Oh, insight is way bigger. It's only a 12.
I mean, I don't know. If you're curious about what's written on the altar, you can have Carmichael render it for you.
He continues to squat in front of Carmichael. Hey, Carmichael, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
He nudges towards the altar. Can you read the writing on that altar for me?
Well, no, but he pulls out. he somehow pulls out from under his robes his ukulele and strums a little. And he tries to read it. Let's see if there's anything official in something I might want to foreshadow. No, okay. It just communicates that it's dedicated to a Zbilna, and that may the offerances given here feed her power in presence and in absence.
Does that ring any bells? In my religion.
I cast religion. Yeah. Roll a religion check.
Insight or
this would be a history or arcana check.
History it is. 15 or 17.
Hey, the rolls are slightly getting better.
By our powers combined.
Captain Planet.
Heart. So sorry.
You know, Rafa, that in some it's not accepted as the proper canon of the non-Pelorian pantheon for the world. But in some disparate cults and sects, sometimes the goddess of the night Thir, or the goddess of judgment Zalora, is associated with the name Zbilna. But you would understand that to not be a relevant conjecture of the cultists, but rather just you are familiar that this is a name that people recognize.
I'll share that information with Donatello as well.
Okay.
He begins to think to himself. Peculiar and peculiar, curiouser and curiouser. He begins to reach into his shell basically pull one arm into a shell, take out a pen and paper, and begin writing it down, and then shoves it back into a shell.
It's like Hermione's purse.
Yeah, you all get the vibe that there's really nothing more for you here.
Yeah, we should. He turns to the priest, or to the other cleric. I believe we are ready to get out of this place, and I will definitely join you to report to your superiors.
He nods, and shall we say we all start? You all start out of the cave.
Yeah.
All right. You make your way back to town unassailed. Donatello, you pass the group passes by the corpse of a bugbear. This ugly-looking, very large creature that has been slaughtered against a tree by what looks like a great hammer.
Oh yeah,
He looks straight at Nella.
he wasn't there. I wonder what happened here.
Nella, at some point, Carmichael starts getting tired and kind of gives you the uppies motion.
The uppies.
Uppies!
She picks him up and puts him on her shoulders.
All right. He has the time of his life riding on your shoulders. Let's see. As you start returning to town, Nella specifically, could you please roll? Could you please roll a perception check?
Bet.
Hey, yo, fam, I can't see nothing.
Nope, my luck has run out.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
all
fam,
I
I
have
can't
on
see
the
nothing.
goblins.
Roll again.
I got my cool moment. Okay.
You know, I
Okay.
never allow this failure to happen.
Okay.
Roll again.
Okay.
She shook her head and tried again.
Actually,
my eyes.
anyone else who wants to roll can also do so.
What was that? Perception?
Yeah. You, however, will not get special. I want this to happen.
Oh
privilege.
my god.
Excuse me, sir. I have special eyes.
What do
Donatello,
your turtle eyes see?
Donatello, you're the one who
What
notices
do
and
I
kind of
see?
like taps Nella on the shoulder to get her attention as she keenly locks in on. You look ahead, and in the town as you're approaching, there's a group of children again playing mud ball, just pelting each other with clods of dirt and mud. But Nella specifically, you recognize they're playing in a circle around a tall blue ponchoed human who's laughing along with them, twirling his hands as a force seems to come out from his hands, and it magically blows the dirt off of the muddied children. And he looks up at you in a expert Santa fashion of the little shh with a wink as he just disappears. You recognize that directly, Nella, to be a seemingly younger version of the figure you saw from the void.
Yeah, okay.
As you're processing this, you all start to hear the southern drawl commotion of Captain Herschel yelling into a barely hushed crowd. Actually, I should move the card to display the town. Where's Trent? There's Trent. You'd noticed this before, but not really made enough of a note of it. Right by the water tower, kind of off the same scaffolding, is a ramshackle gallows, on which you see Captain Herschel with a few guards. He's standing there reading off. In the noose block is the enormous figure of Mayor Hephaestus Brigand, with a very thick noose around his neck.
Ooh. Ooh.
The captain is reading off a number of offenses charged to the mayor. The one holding the pipe to kind of let him go is a high elf dressed very much like a classic cartoon Alfred Butler kind of figure, holding Hephaestus's pipe to his own mouth. And you hear the captain go, I need to remuster the accent. Captain Herschel. For collusion to confusion, for obstinate obfuscation, for corpulent corporation, I beg your pardon, Hephaestus interjects loudly. And finally, for matters concerning the health and safety of Trent, I hereby sentence you, Hephaestus Brigand, to be hanged. A quarter sum of your wealth will go to the Bugbear Bandits for apprehension of your person. Another quarter to the party of Vokane, Edinburgh, Arton, Michael, Wren, Ash. He gets a little quiet. The party of which I represent at this here hearing. The remainder to the Commonwealth of the town of Trent. Any last words? Hephaestus scoffs loudly, as you'd imagine a hippo man would. And he goes, yes, I, Hephaestus Ulysses Brigand, born at dawn on the 6th of Weiss, in the 285th year of the age of intellect. Boring, the cloud kind of simultaneously yells. As Herschel himself reaches over and pulls the lever for the trap door, and Hephaestus falls,
Wait a minute.
and the rope goes taut, that it snaps the wooden post above as he falls to the ground. And the crowd bursts into cacophonous laughter as he gets up, breaks the restraints, and starts dusting himself off his white clothes, now muddied and dirted, as he just storms off, scoffing to himself. And Herschel takes notice of you and quickly runs down the stairs to come over to you. The mayor has been deposed. Leader of the Bugbear Bandits is running against Honest Tom for election. Our wagon will be repaired by morning.
That's a lot of words.
And with that, given where the party is at, do we feel comfortable with ending the session here, or do we want to go a little longer?
I'm fine with either one. That was a way to end an episode.
That was a lot going on.
That was a lot.
I'm up for whatever.
I'm up for it.
What's your opinion, Noel?
I mean, if something happens that needs the rest of the party, maybe not. But if we're just chilling out, I don't see why not.
All right. I'm not quite sure how to pad the run. I'm not quite sure how to pad the rest of our normal run time without getting into stuff that the rest of the party should be in on.
Yeah, then we should probably just end it here.
So,
does it seem like the town is in a good state with what's occurred? So the mayor's just kind of just leaving the town at this point?
Brigand is running off into the distance. They're laughing.
You're satisfied with that justice?
They seem amused. They are entertained. So, with that stunning series of cutscene and revelations, the curtain closes as we end this episode of the Tomes of Time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing, those here and those who had to duck out early for various and completely understood reasons. Until we reconvene, have a good night, and God bless.